Well, it took just 1 hour for Caitlin Clark's return to Carver Hawkeye Arena to be sold out. Tickets went on sale at 9 this morning. They were all gone before general sale to the public even started.
What happens when two rising stars clash off the court? One sells out 15,000 seats in just 36 minutes, tickets soaring to $445,000.
I did not realize that the Chicago Sky were also playing the Brazilian national team at LSU.
Meanwhile, the other struggles to fill seats at just $29. The WNBA's ticket wars just exposed a harsh reality about star power, and it's not about talent. Who's fueling the league's billion-dollar boom, and who's playing in empty arenas? Let's break it down.
I'm going to go run and check and see what the prices look like on seeing the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark go, of course, play the Brazilian national team at, Carver Hawkeye Arena? Is that right? In Iowa? I was like, I'm going to check on tickets, right? I'm going to see where those bad boys are at. Because yesterday, in my video that I did, of course, these tickets sold out. Regular purchase tickets, 15,000 were gone in 36 minutes. But, so here we are today, folks. And ticket prices are still freaking ridiculous. All right, this is, of course, Caitlin Clark and the rest of her teammates, right? Taking on the Brazilian national team preseason. Right here, 4,000. This is vividseats.com, 4,000 down to $484. You'll see down here some Yahoo listed tickets, two tickets for $41,407.
Let's start with a question that's been haunting the WNBA. How did Caitlin Clark become the league's first true economic hurricane? To answer that, we need to rewind to her college days. Not just the highlights, but the moments that turned her into a cultural phenomenon. Remember March 2023? Clark dropped 41 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds in the Elite Eight against Louisville. But what people really remember is the shot. A 30-footer from the logo, a heat-check three that broke the internet before the ball even swished through the net. That wasn't just a basket. It was a declaration. Clark wasn't here just to play basketball. She was here to rewrite the rules. Fast forward to April 2024. The Indiana Fever drop a press release. Clark's first preseason game would be a homecoming at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena. Not a regular season game. Not even an official WNBA event. Just an exhibition against Brazil. But Iowa's athletic department wasn't naive. They'd seen her final college game, where fans camped overnight in 10-degree weather just to watch her shoot around. They knew demand would be wild. But this wild. Let's break down the ticket chaos. Carver Hawkeye holds 15,000 fans. The Fever and Iowa's ticket office agreed to prioritize season ticket holders and donors first. Standard practice, right? Except the pre-sale started at 9 a.m. By 9:36 a.m., every ticket was gone. 36 minutes. The general public? Locked out. Websites crashed. Ticket queues hit 2 million. Fans flooded Twitter with screenshots of error messages. One user wrote, "I had 3 devices refreshing and still got nada. This is Beyoncé at Coachella levels of impossible."
I'm not going to count this one, although I should, really, for the sake of the video. But I'm only going to count this one, all right? I don't know what this one is supposed to be. But we are now officially $400 over top price yesterday.
But the real story wasn't the sellout. It was the aftermath. Within hours, resale sites exploded. StubHub listed nosebleeds at $500, lower bowl seats at $2,000, and courtside, a cool $6,000. And then, the jaw-dropping $45,000 listing. Let's pause. $45,000 for a preseason game in Iowa against Brazil. This wasn't just a ticket. It was a golden ticket, a status symbol, a flex. Suddenly, everyone from crypto bros to Instagram influencers wanted in. Why does this matter? Because Caitlin Clark's appeal isn't just athletic, it's cultural. She's not just a player, she's a lifestyle brand. Remember when she broke Pete Maravich's NCAA scoring record? Or when her Fever jersey outsold every NBA rookie except Wembanyama. This isn't fandom, it's a movement. People aren't paying to watch basketball, they're paying to witness history. Now, rewind to the WNBA's past attempts to create hype. The 1997 launch with Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Rebecca Lobo featured great players, but the league still struggled to sell tickets. Even Diana Taurasi, arguably the GOAT, never moved the needle like this.
Why?
Because the WNBA leaned into a "we're just happy to be here" energy.
Clark?
She's here to burn the house down. Enter Angel Reese. Let's be clear, Reese is a force. Her 2023 NCAA title run with LSU was iconic. That 34-point, 15-rebound finale against Clark's Hawkeyes? Legendary. But Reese's brand is built on reactivity. Her "you can't see me" taunt to Clark during the championship went viral, but it also trapped her in Clark's shadow. Villains get clicks. Heroes get legacies. Which brings us to May 2024. The Chicago Sky scheduled Reese's LSU homecoming against the same opponent, Brazil. On paper, it made sense. Reese is LSU royalty. She delivered their first title. But in execution, a flop. Tickets dropped at $29, cheaper than a steak dinner, and silence followed. Days later, entire sections sat empty. Resale sites listed tickets for $36, $50, even $88,000, likely a troll job. Twitter roasted the disparity. Angel's homecoming looks like a Black Friday sale on a Tuesday.
But why?
Why didn't Reese's star power translate? Part of it is branding. Clark's girl-next-door persona, her Iowa roots, relentless work ethic, resonates with middle America. Reese's Bayou Barbie vibe, glamorous, confrontational, unapologetically extra. Works on TikTok, 2.5 million followers, but not in ticket sales. There's a disconnect between her social media clout and real-world demand. Then there's the uncomfortable truth about race and marketability. The WNBA has a long history of underpromoting Black stars. Brittany Griner's wrongful detention in Russia was a wake-up call, but the league still struggles to market players who don't fit the palatable mold. Reese, a bold Black woman from Baltimore playing in the Deep South, faces a double bind. She's either too loud or not grateful enough. Clark, meanwhile, gets the America's Sweetheart edit, a narrative the media has pushed since her freshman year. But let's not reduce this to race alone. It's about storytelling. Clark's arc? Homegrown phenom, stays loyal to Iowa, breaks every record, becomes the face of a league. It's a Disney script. Reese's journey, transferring from Maryland to LSU, clapping back at critics, winning a title, is gritty but lacks the fairy tale finish. The result? Clark's games feel like events. Reese's feel like preseason. History offers a parallel. In 1999, the WNBA pushed Cheryl Swoops as its Jordan. Then Lisa Leslie started dunking. Leslie had the highlights. Swoops had the fundamentals. Sound familiar? Today's fans don't want fundamentals. They want fireworks. Clark's logo threes and no-look passes deliver that. Reese's double-doubles? Impressive, but not must-see TV. And this is the WNBA's crossroads. Clark's ticket frenzy proves the league can print money if it leans into her singular appeal. Reese's struggle exposes a harsh truth. Talent alone doesn't sell. Personality does. But whose personality? The humble hero or the unapologetic villain? The answer is in the resale prices. To understand why Caitlin Clark's tickets sell like concert passes while Angel Reese's collect dust, we need to talk about generational fandom. Today's fans aren't passive spectators. They're investors. They buy into narratives, not just teams. Clark's story, loyalty over glamour, small-town humility, hits differently in an era of influencer capitalism. Reese's? A mercenary, transferred to LSU. It's the Kevin Durant effect, effective, but emotionally hollow. And here's where ticket prices become a metaphor. Clark's $45,000 resale seats? Not about basketball. They're about access. To be there is to be part of a cultural reset. Reese's $29 tickets? A commodity.
Cheap.
Abundant. Forgettable. But let's not write Reese off. History loves a comeback. Remember Aya Wilson? Early in her career, critics called her unmarketable.
Now,
Two-time MVP. Nike's face of women's hoops. Reese could follow suit if she pivots. Ditch the Clark comparisons. Partner with streetwear brands. Double down on her unfiltered persona. And the WNBA? It needs to help. Market her separately, not as Clark's rival. Because the league itself is at a crossroads. The 2025 TV deal is looming, and Clark's hype is boosting the asking price. But if the WNBA can't replicate her success with other stars, it risks becoming the Caitlin Clark show with 11 sidekicks. That's unsustainable. So, who's really moving the needle? The answer is in the receipts. Thanks for watching. We'll see you after the ticket rush.